Hi, Greg here, the HiLo Metal Lathe project. I'm back from my 3-week cycle tour around the UK. It's very exciting, but I'm back on the lathe project now. So the next step is to true the lathe ways, and that'll involve 3 steps. Step number 1, I'm going to use my surface plate that I purchased for not much, $100 and something. That will be used to flatten each way separately. It'll be rubbed, blued up, rubbed, and the high points scraped off. Once I've achieved a flat area between here, I'll move up a bit and I'll rub again, and I'll just be taking off these high spots here, and I'll do the same further along, and we'll end up with a dead flat way in this plane. And then we will do the similar action to the other way. At present, these ways are quite separate. They're not cast into the epoxy, which we'll do later. So they're going to be flattened independently, starting, hopefully there's a bow that way. I can start in the low point and just work my way along out of the hollow. So that's the first step. Step number 2 is to true up the inside edges of each way such that we have a straight edge all the way through, and it also must be 90 degrees to this face which we've already flattened. Now the surface plate won't be any good, we can't hold that perpendicular to mark up this edge, so we're going to use our Ways gauge plate. And the first step in that is to flatten the base. So that will be blued up on our surface plate, rubbed, scrape the high spots, blued up, rubbed again, scrape the high spots until this is a flat surface. And we have our corresponding gauge block. It needs to be a flat surface as well. So we'll blue the surface block, rub it, scrape it, rub it, scrape it, end up with a flat surface there. Now all we need is that edge. We need this edge to be perpendicular to that face and flattened. Now to do that, we will simply use a V block purchased off eBay for not too much money. So that's a precision 90 degree. That's a flat surface. We will blue the plate, register it against our V block, drop it down and mark the edge. You'll see the high spots. Look, it's taken the paint off a high spot already. That will be scraped, marked again, rubbed, scraped again. We'll end up with a flat surface 90 degree to that. Once that's done, we bolt the two together. That's a flat surface. That's a precision 90 degree flat surface. That gets blued up and used to mark the inside edge of our way. Turn it around for this one. Blue it up. Mark the inside edge for scraping. Same as the top. Establish a flat area, move along a bit, mark, scrape. We'll end up with true, straight, perpendicular edges. Now we need some sort of scraper. I bought from eBay, a piece of carbide. It's 4 millimeters thick, it's 16 millimeters wide, it's 100 long. I'm going to use a diamond blade in my angle grinder to slice that in half. So I end up with two 50mm pieces of carbide. I'm going to get a piece of this steel from a chair and a chair frame. I'm going to flatten it. It's partly flattened already. That will go in there once I've flattened it, and I will weld some sort of nut and bolt such that I can screw that down. I'm told that a copper washer on top of the carbide so that the screw doesn't give a point load. It was a good thing, so I'll incorporate a copper washer, and then I will weld a piece of that tube to my scraper handle, which is also 4mm by 20, I think. So I'll have a 50mm carbide with my screw, that piece of pipe tube welded to my handle. I'll make a wooden handle here, and that will become my scraper. I will grind a large radius in the carbide, and I will rake it by 5 degrees each side, so I'll end up with 2 cutting edges, one there, and the same on the other end of the blank. Same radius, 5 degree, 5 degrees. So I'll end up with 8 cutting edges from this piece of carbide, and that's what I'll be using to do my scraping. So we'll see how that goes. You could start attacking the top of the ways, but I think best to get a bit of experience. So it's either attempt this one first. This has got welds on it from where I tried to counteract the distortion, which I probably did, but they'll need to be addressed. Probably with an angle grinder first. Or you could start with this piece, which is straight off the laser cutter out of plate. This will be pretty flat, I think. So I would suggest that I'm going to start with this. I'm going to blue it up. I'll make something out on the bench, a wooden holder, so I can blue that up and get into that and scrape one way 45 degrees, scrape the other way 45 degrees, and just see how all this scraping business goes. It depends on how far out these things are. I could hit it with the angle grinder first, or maybe with a sanding disc, 60 grit maybe, just to rough it first, and then start the scraping process. So wish me luck, and I'll get some video when of the finished scraper that I've made, and I'll get some more video of the actual scraping process. So stay tuned and check out the website HiLoMetalLathe.com. Any video and documents will be on there about this stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you after I've made this and done a bit of scraping. Thanks for watching.